Dear family, friends, and colleagues, this is episode 48, part 3 in our video series, Enhancing Human Relationships Through the Fourth R, the Relationship Skills. And I am Richard Solomon, and in this episode, I will serve as a mentor, and Jackie will be serving as the mentee. And we will be describing how to build trust between a mentor and a mentee by participating in a fourth R relationship building activity called a Get-Acquainted Activity between a mentee and a mentor. Now, this trust and relationship building activity is a prerequisite before introducing the the EIAG process in a mentor mentee relationships. But before we begin, let's first define what we mean by a mentor and a mentee. A mentor is a person who has expertise, such as a trainer, a supervisor, or an expert, who is tasked to train or teach a mentee, a novice, a beginner, or a learner, to become knowledgeable and proficient in an area of skilled or professional practice. Now, from our perspective, trust is a critical outcome that occurs when people level or are honest with each other. This incipient trust, a necessary psychodynamic building block, is strengthened as people share, listen to, and respect each other's data. And over a period of time, trust can grow when individuals begin to share their hidden concerns with each other. Moreover, as individuals realize that they can A, share their covert concerns with another, and B, those concerns will be revealed to others, rather, will not be revealed to others, trust is further deepened. Lastly, the bonds of trust are strengthened when individuals can see a consistency between what one says and what one does. So, how does trust play a role in the mentor mentee relationship? Clearly, there are many areas of personal communication that should not be discussed between the mentor and the mentee. However, it is very important for the mentor and the mentee to discuss what they expect from each other in their developing professional relationship. To achieve, to achieve this trust between mentor and mentee, the following fourth R exercise we call the Get Acquainted activity is highly recommended. So here are the directions for this Get Acquainted activity, and Jackie and I will demonstrate that in a moment. There will be 10 sentence fragments, sentence stems, or conversation starters in this exercise. And the goal of the exercise is not to complete these sentence stems in the fastest possible time. It's just the opposite. It's designed to deepen the relationship between the mentor and the mentee. So what we're going to be doing is I'm going to begin and I'm going to say something which is listed on this handout, and then Jackie will do the same and share her information. We'll first be talking about what we prefer to be called. Okay? So, if I'm talking to Jackie, I'm saying to Jackie, I'm your mentor, and I prefer to be called either Dr. Solomon or Doc or Dr. S. Any of those would work well. And
Okay.
what's your answer?
And I prefer that you call me Jackie. And of course, if we're in a classroom together, it would be Mrs. Sonders.
Perfect. So what we're doing now, we're just going systematically down these list of 10 different items. We won't go over all the 10. So I'm saying the reason I'm here is that I am serving as a university supervisor, and my goal is to train you in best practices for the grades that you're teaching. And
And the reason that I am here is to learn from your experiences to become familiar with this teaching environment which may differ from other teaching environments that I had been in the past. So I'm trusting you to guide me in the right direction.
Okay, now the next one says, what does the word mentee mean? Do you want to answer that first, or it doesn't matter?
Sure, mentee means that I am going to learn from you and you're going to be guiding me.
Right. So, indeed, that's how it works. Now, as your mentor, I expect from you to respect, to listen carefully, but you don't have to copy what I'm doing. But I want to show you what best practices are. And if you ever have a question as to maybe you have another way of thinking about it, I invite you to share your point of view. But I'm going to try to share with you what I believe from a research point of view, from a model's point of view, from the literature point of view, from my 40 years of teaching, what are the best professional practices. So I expect you to respond. And what do you expect from me?
I hope that you will do what you said you were going to do as far as telling me about your best practices, but I want you to evaluate what I consider best practices also, and let me know if I am heading in the correct direction, because I have some ideas about how I would like to teach and how I would like to relate to other teachers that I'm working with, and any help you can give me would be appreciated.
Sounds great. So what we're talking about here is basically we're having an early professional conversation about what we expect from each other. Now, I'm not going to go over all of the 10 items with Jackie, but simply let you know that this preliminary conversation, this get-acquainted activity, is terribly important before you begin providing feedback, positive, constructive, negative, what have you, with the other. Now, if you want to get a copy of the Get-Acquainted activity for mentors and teachers, it's very simple. All you have to do is contact me at rdsolomonphd@gmail.com, or you can take a screenshot of the handout that we used on my Facebook page. Now, if you have any questions about this activity or what we did, you can always contact me once again by my Facebook page, my YouTube account, my X account, or through email. Now, in our next episode, we will describe and demonstrate how to use something called expectations negotiation, a 4th R relationship building activity that is used between mentors and mentees. And as always, Jackie Sonders, my partner, and I deeply appreciate your taking the time to watch our videos and you're sharing your feedback to us. So we'll see you next time. Bye, folks.